Hey, yeah. What up, though? Yo, what up, Tony? What's good, though, bro? What's good? My boy, what's good, though? It's your boy Mexico, coast to coast. Here checking in for another week. This is week 4. How's my night been, man? It's been a chill night. I worked a short shift. It was in and out, real slow, real chill, nothing too crazy. And yeah, man, we about to just do a quick little short stream here. Open up the signal and let the transmission flow through. What's good, man? Let me know how you feeling tonight, my boy. You gotta let me know what's the story behind this username. What do UZDC mean? What does that even mean? What's that? Tell me what I'm looking at. We out here, yes sir. Where everybody at though? See, nobody came through yet on the TikTok. Nobody came through yet on the Twitch. Just gonna do a quick one here tonight. Got a quick question for the platform and see where that takes us through this next week. Yeah, and this is week 4. The year's flying by already. It's fun to be able to keep track of our place in the cosmos with the weeks of the episodes. It's an Xbox tag. You just pick 4 random letters. For sure. Okay. And it's unique enough. I mean, that's, ain't nobody gonna steal that. I feel it. All right. Let me hydrate, man. All right, we doing the thing. Let's agree to disagree tonight. What's the question of the night then, if we get into it? The AI bubble. Episode 4 is about the AI bubble. And I keep hearing people talking about this AI bubble thing. And I got an interesting thought about it. I'm going to see what the chat think about it tonight. Yeah, you probably can't have that 3-letter tag no more, huh? I see you, though. How do you pronounce that? It was the... That's how I would say it. The AI bubble. Is it going to boom or is it going to burst? And I mean, when you look at all the stuff that's going on with AI around us right now, you do see more and more like the hype train starting to get a little bit crazier, a little bit more reaching a higher fever pitch there with the excitement of surrounding AI and how much it's going to change our world and where we going. And then I'm also at the same time seeing how much money like companies like OpenAI are losing right now, trying to keep up with the AI arms race, which is interesting because I mean, I built this show using OpenAI platforms and stuff. Like if you see my background video where it keeps like flashing Sora and it keeps flashing Mexico Johnson, like that's my Sora page where I generated all the AI videos that I use here, and all the AI kind of like you see back in the background with Cosmo. You'll see it flash past him every once in a while. That's because that's what I'm using to make the videos of Cosmo and stuff. And then Chat GPT also is just a good tool for, asking questions and getting answers, figuring out what kind of lights to use and what kind of screen to use and what kind of settings to put together. Hey, what up though, Alicia? How you feeling? Appreciate you coming through. I'm gonna put you up there a feature. I see I got a little feature chat up in the top. I figured out how to do the feature chat, but then like the feature ain't even as big as like the main chat. Or I feel like the feature is supposed to be bigger than the main chat. I gotta adjust that. Alicia, we talking about the AI bubble. Is it gonna boom or is it gonna bust? What you think? Let me know in the chat what you think. Is it gonna boom or is it gonna burst? I think Alicia says boom. Honestly, I'm gonna tell you, I think I'm on the boom side for real. I know if we talk about it for real, cause I do think there is a lot of money being wasted. If we talk about like all the money that they put into these AI data centers, and you talk about how much they're spending on the water, but you want to change your answer. Take your time. You can change your answer. Uh, all the water being wasted by these AI centers and stuff. I do think that the cost of the AI bubble is definitely like I think it's gonna cost us more than we expecting. I think it's definitely hurting the environment. I think it's already evidence that it's like hurting people's neighborhoods where they have these data centers nearby, where it's like polluting the neighborhoods. The air quality is going down. The water quality is going down. All because people want to make AI memes and stuff. I feel like that part is a little bit harder to get over. But if we look at the upside, I think it's more than enough upside. I'm an inspiration to us all. For sure, they are definitely wasting money that can be used for the citizens. I agree with that 100%. I'm on the side of like we should definitely be spending more time and resources on just figuring out how to optimize the systems that we're using. Because I do think a lot of money is being wasted. And I do think, there's a small group of people that's benefiting from that where everybody else is reaping negative results. I think that's definitely a factor. And like, what's the other side of that? Like, if the bubble actually did pop, the water in Flint, man, let's not even. I mean, shoot, the water in Flint. We could, instead of building a data center here, because they have plans to build one nearby where I live. Oh, I'll take a sip here. I know I got one of my friends who actually is in is he a plumber or electrician? I forget, my boy Jay. I think he an electrician. He was telling me he got a job working at this data center that they about to build nearby. And like, yeah, that's like great for him. It's a great job. About to make some good money. But like, man, the impact that that's about to have on our environment right here where we live, like that's kind of crazy if you think about it. It's going to take up a lot of fresh water, and the most of the benefits of that is not going to the people who live here. It's going to Jake, he got a Mexican baby mama. Don't worry about Jake. But he doing this thing though. Shout out to the boy. Um all right. I'm gonna take a sip of water to that. Alicia, I appreciate you coming through. I think the other thing, like even if the AI bubble pop, like AI still is not gonna go away. Like the people have already gotten to the point where they are running like their own like local models that they can run independently on their own computer. No, you ain't gotta leave. But if we already to the point where people can run AI, their own independent AI on their private machines, like AI as a tool that people use, it's like you say it there in the chat. It's here to stay. It's not going anywhere anytime soon. And how we use it as a tool, and how we get better at using it, I think it's only going to get more and more sophisticated as the time goes on. And whether the bubble is bubbling or not, I think that AI is here to stay. And what happens to us then? We gonna live in a world where it ain't gonna be no more jobs. I'm cool with that. I'd rather do something creative like build a late night talk TV show or something. You feel me though? They talk about stuff like universal basic income. Like, hey, if that's what it takes, man, go ahead and break the people off then. Give everybody a little piece of change, because it's more than enough to go around. We already got stuff like Trump. I saw Trump was talking about giving everybody a $2,000 check, a tariff dividend check. Shoot. Just, I mean, in the big picture, like if it's enough to go around for like Trump to give everybody $2,000, like if AI really pop off like how they say it's gonna pop off, it'll be enough to give everybody a universal basic income. Shoot, everybody get a check every month. Just because you're part of humanity and you're part of the civilizations that's making this possible. I'm trying to go to a different planet for real. I mean, shoot, we on the way here. You see me, I'm in the space studio already, so I'm halfway there. I'm floating through space right now, as a matter of fact. I'll come get you on the next episode. You got to hit me up before the next episode. I think I got some space over there. You can I got some space over there. They better be on the right foot too. How long we been here? It's been about 15 minutes. I'm probably gonna keep it short and go another 15. Now you got it. Here we gonna just do a quick commercial break just to break things up, split things up for a second. Here I'm gonna go to the quick commercial break and then we gonna get back into it. Here we go.
In an increasingly complex world, people are finding new ways to stay balanced. Personal cloud is now part of the environment. Available everywhere, the future is already happening.
Personal Cloud helps you retrieve what matters. For access, contact your IT department. Availability subject to reality.
And we back. All right. So again, this week, just some thoughts thinking about this AI bubble thing. Again, I feel like we in this space right now where it's weird and it's hard to see which way is up because we're still in the mix of it all. But I do think when it's said and done, we're going to be in a whole new space. New rules. New leaders. And what is it going to look like? We're going to have to wait and see. But I think the fun part of having like a show like this is before we get there, we get a little heads up to like think about what we kind of want it to look like. Before we get there, we get a chance to think about what we want it to look like. I think that's part of what's fun about building like a late night talk show. You know, we could just sit back and talk about what that could be like. Let me see here. I'm gonna keep it short tonight. I ain't got too much going about. Like I was even looking up like some different videos to show talking about the AI bubble and you know, like something we could have some like commentary on, but like it's also crazy. I don't know, just like watching it happen in real time. I'm gonna date the show for just like whoever watching up until this point. It is today, January 22nd, 2026. And right now it's still a question if the AI bubble is going to boom or if it's going to burst. I think that's something that'll be funny to look back on one day. Until then, I do see we got a couple of people in the chat still. I appreciate y'all if y'all hanging out with me. Again, I ain't gonna hold y'all up too long tonight. I do think this is another one that'll be fun to revisit a couple of times throughout the week. So right now, I guess the format is like the main show happens on Thursday. If we can get to a point where we expect anything to happen, we can expect like the main show to happen on Thursday. But throughout the week, I mean, I still might be inspired to talk about something or show something off or just, you know, whatever it is in the moment, be able to tap in right there. So I got I had the episode 3 last week, and then in between we had episode 3.1, 3.2. I think breaking it up like that gives us a chance to still stick to the weekly format, but still be able to insert some ideas in between there. I think it was good to be able to expand on that Corey Holcomb and Anton Daniels conversation a little bit last week. If anybody go back to watch that, I think it was the 3.1 episode. I do think we was breaking some things down on the show that wasn't nobody else touching on anywhere else around the internet. Because I saw a bunch of different people talking about that conversation and giving their opinion on it. And I do think that the perspective I was touching on, I don't think nobody else really went there with it. So I think it'll be fun to look back and, see that too down the line. We're approaching 22 minutes. Yeah. Yeah. I ain't got no music for y'all this week or no new AI clips. Not tonight, at least. Maybe 4.1, 4.2 could bring some more action like that. But tonight, I'm just, again, opening up the signal, saying what's up. And if we take a snapshot of where we are right now, appreciate you sending the rose there. I see you. Thank you very much. If we're just taking a snapshot of where we are right now in this AI thing and where it's about to go, I do think it's about to go up. I do think it's actually we more on the boom side, and it'll be fun to check this for results later. I do think it's gonna only go up because one of the main reasons why I say that is I do think like the average person really don't understand how powerful AI is yet. And as far as like how far it's going to be and how far like it's still on pace to become in the near future, like it's still getting stronger, it's still getting faster. And what we going to be able to do with it, I mean, it's going to be something like a device that can predict the future type, Like, how much would you pay for a device that can predict the future? No matter how big of a price tag you could put on that device, you could still find a way to make that device make that much money and then some more. I do think that's kind of what we're talking about when we're talking about the like upper levels of this AI conversation and what the like ultra rich people want to use AI for. I think that's more or less like what we really talking about is like the kind of device that can predict the future, control the future, change outcomes of the future. And again, how much would you really pay for something like that? I think if you look at what these billionaires and these, tech giants is the kind of decisions they making right now, I think that's all pointing to the fact that like, yeah, that's not only something that we see as valuable, but that's something that we willing to put billions of dollars on the line for. And that's why the AI bubble is growing as fast as it is. The AI bubble is growing as fast as it is because it is that many people who is putting money on it. Like, wait a minute, I think if this thing work out the way that they say it could work out, that's actually going to be very huge. And that's actually going to do the kind of thing that can change the world. And man, to think about that in real time now, we are like living in the times where we get to watch that play out. It's kind of crazy. So like, yeah, we still in this space right now where it's kind of a question like, oh man, is this AI bubble going to pop? Again, we already talked about that earlier with Alicia. Like, it's here to stay, just even if the tech billionaire lost on a bet and, like the prices of computers come back down, like you see like the prices of RAM skyrocketing right now. Like maybe that'll come back down. Things will come back down to normal for like people who want to buy computers and people who want to have RAM available for their devices, like their phones and their tablets. That'll come back down to earth. But AI as a technology, just the fact that we can run local models now that are just as helpful as the ones you can pay for. It's a whole new game now. and it's only going to get crazier from here. I don't think it's one of those things that you can't put the cat back in the bag, or you can't put the genie back in the bottle for this one. That's my stance on it. And I'm willing to hear some opposing viewpoints on that, but just to establish where we can have a conversation from. That's how I'm feeling about it. All right. Appreciate y'all in the chat. I see y'all there. Again, I did say I wanted to keep this one shorter, and then we can reflect on this question some more throughout the week. We are approaching the 30-minute mark now. I think we got enough time. Yeah, waiting for the theme song. I think we got enough time to play the theme song one more time, and then we gonna get on with it till next week. All right, here we go. Let's do the theme song, and we gonna bust a move. Hey. Alrighty, that's gonna do it for us tonight. Episode 4. We did it. And we got some more to come here very soon, very shortly. Some more Let's Agree to Disagree tonight for you. All right. Appreciate y'all. And we're going to do this again here real soon. Thank you for tuning in. Until then, hope y'all have a good night.